Wanted to take just a minute to cover a story that you probably haven't heard anything about, but we have covered this story before. Now, this is a story we covered back in the midsummer. I think it was June or July we covered this. And that's a story about a company called Matawa Royalty and Streaming. And if you remember, we had the CEO of Matawa and one of their directors on the show, actually. We spent most of the show talking to them about their company, what they do. They're a precious metals, mainly gold and silver streaming company, which is a finance thing that they do in mining because, mining is very expensive. There's a lot of what they call CapEx or capital expenditures that are involved in setting up a mine and running a mine. So people that run gold and silver mines, they need a lot of cash to get going and maintain operations. And so what they do is they sell off little pieces of future streams of the actual precious metals coming out of the mine. And that's called royalty streaming, and that's a finance process used in mining. So this company, Matawa Royalty and Streaming, that's what they do. They're involved in providing capital to mining companies in exchange for a portion of what comes out of the mine. Now, as you all know, we're not investment advisors, and this really isn't an investment show, but we have given you some interesting things to think about over the years. And certainly if you had thought about the things that we had mentioned to you and decided to take action on them, you might have done quite well, including Matawa Royalty and Streaming, the stock price of which has more than doubled since we featured their executives on the show last summer. Now, you'll also note that the gold price is going nuts right now. It's up at about $15.75 right before we went on the air, and that no doubt has something to do with the big story that we'll be talking about today and the uncertainties worldwide. But also, Matawa is about to list on the New York Stock Exchange. They'll start trading on the New York Stock Exchange effective January 8th. So we expect more good things to come from Matawa in the near future, and it's very responsive to the price of gold. So as the price of gold goes up, the output of the mines that Matawa has negotiated to obtain in exchange for financing, the value of those goes up dramatically. So right now the U.S. gold price is $1,575, and who knows where it's going to go. I mean, we've previously seen it as high as almost $2,000, and we're expecting, those of us that follow it, something similar to that. So you might want to look into Matawa, even though it's had a huge run, particularly more recently as it gets ready to list on the New York Stock Exchange. It has had a huge run, and it'll be listing under the ticker symbol MTA, effective on Wednesday. So you can check it out online, MatawaRoyalty.com, and that's METALLA royalty.com. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.